gun. They'll try to impose their running game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody running their one-on-ones. They completely had him surrounded.
Finds his man. It's White. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Get it out on the screen. There he goes. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And what a play call. You can feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness. This defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it. Get it to your running back. Let him do the rest. Chew up some yardage and make the big play for the offense.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover. Pick up the first. Out of the shotgun, they go to ground. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down to the 16.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage and getting running back.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Seminoles.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback.
Intercepted in the first drive into the pick.
I love the coverage by the defense. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just great.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Give to the running back from the shotgun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
That's reeled in. It's Moss. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And his throw is incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions or force fourth downs.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on fourth. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Makes the grab. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida State. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Coming out on first down with the play fake. With the catch, it's Moss. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. They'll pull it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Let's it fly. Can't complete the... Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Bill Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. He gets a block. Oh, what vision. It's a brace. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Diggs. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try the run. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing out a little bit.
Takes the handoff. It's Lacy. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the door. Looking downfield, it's Simmons. Got it in the middle, it's Wallace. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
Stop just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
You want to get the crowd out of the game, make it boring. Pound the football, run the football right at them. It takes the juice away. It takes that sauce away. You don't get to those third down situations where they get absolutely bonkers and it's hard for the quarterback to even think. Just run the football right at them.
Lost a throw on first down. Complete to the left. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that this cover going to put more people in the box to stop the run. When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Gonna run it. It's Lacy. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks? Really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
Back to throw, it's Simmons. Finds his big tight end. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the the second quarter. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Second down, he'll throw it. Zings it complete to the right. They cover up the defense, and he's off.
And that's a great job by his defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
They'll leave it with him. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see Lyman losing their one-on-one back.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around and find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Unloads to the right. Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting a pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
The attempt is no good. They missed an opportunity to cut this deficit in half, still down by 6. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Snagged in the middle. It's right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Well, had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
That's caught. It's White. Brings him to the open. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. Makes the grab. It's McCoy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Just keep slinging it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Handoff to the single back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Looking for a gap. It's Diggs. They stop him before he can get to the first down marker, but he does cross the 50 and now to be fourth down. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Makes a grab past the marker. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wright. At the 20, he's got space. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Might be changing the route. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Davis. Caught, and he's close for a first down on the nice pickup there. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds. And the Seminoles want to move quickly. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Gets rid of it. Oh, he should have had that one right in his hands, and he couldn't hang on. Typically, he makes that play. It'll be 2nd down. Offense in an empty set. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it inside the 15. Slippery slide. Found his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles.
Man, you want to make big plays in the passing game. And to do that, you've got to be able to read the defense, see what they're doing to make sure you don't put the ball in harm's way. You could see he drops back, got really good comfort level with what he's seeing. He knows he's going to fit that post over the linebackers in between the safety. Ball is on the money, and they're rewarded with a touchdown.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's 1st down from the 44. To the air on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. Took a shot as he threw.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Simmons. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? will kick it away to start the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Shotgun. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Still looking on the move. They get it out of bounds. A couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Castellanos. Working out left side now. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Now on 1st down from the 40. Here's the handoff. He's going. And he rolls and bounce. Touchdown Seminoles.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there that time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead is 8.
I love the aggressive play calling here on this opening drive. All the way down the field, scoring a touchdown, then going for it for 2 points. That is a statement.
Coming out with it, it's Williams. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Grab near the marker. It's Bennett. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing in his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late, and as a result, it's an INT.
All right, guys, here comes
up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The give to the back.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28, and it's third and long. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, first and goal. And the Noles are marching down the field. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second. Touchdown, Florida State! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. Looking for the 2-point try. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Going to the air. Fires to the right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down if they don't. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. Slings it downfield. Finds a man on the right. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to the counter. Lowers those pads. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here. They've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Harbor. And he eluded the defense, and they'll take it all away. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He's looking to throw. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lucas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Sure hands, it's White. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Seminoles in a good spot here with second and short. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Throws to the back. Caught over the middle, it's Williams. Janging on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gain.
Grant behind the line. It's Thomas.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll move the tight end. Got him downfield. Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown, Noles. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
How about this? A two-point conversion coming. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Two-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time he just tried to force it into a tiny window, ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are.
just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's loose and out. Welcome to the home of the BYU Cougars in LaBelle Edwards Stadium in Provo, Utah. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Let's go, right.
On the run, it's Martin. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Coming into the game, the defense talked about, man, they really wanted to get to this quarterback. Well, it didn't take long. 2 plays in, they get to him, and they get the sack.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
On the direct snap, it's Williams.
quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He's got it in the end zone. Two-point conversion is good, and they now lead by 8. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The inside handoff. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. BYU lines up quickly. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint.
Turning it on. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Florida State.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Let's it fly. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Bringing it back. chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Got his man on the outside. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Looks as if Illinois will have enough for the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Looking to buy time. He's got his man. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw's got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive when these third downs present themselves.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4 inches, and they'll go for it. Trying play action. Floating away. Trying to escape and get it himself. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by the defensive end of the backfield can really swing the momentum, not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Illinois looking to convert the 4th down. Right on the money. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make big field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
And because the receiver was able to drive back to the QB on that curl route against man coverage, he was able to create a little bit of separation between him and the defender, and that was a big key in getting that first down.
Illinois picked up the first down. Now here they come again. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go right back to the run. Didn't
Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on fourth down. Tries to get it on the ground. Touchdown, finding a line high. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
That's so frustrating for the opposing offense, too, because you're just salivating. You're just waiting for an opportunity to get on the field. The offense possessed it the entire first quarter and then capped it off with a touchdown. That was amazing.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This should be the last play of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. To the air, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab, it's White. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline. He's pushed out of bounds at the 36. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They send the tight end in motion. That's caught. It's Pittman. He smashes his way through again. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
Grab behind the line. It's White. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Seminoles headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Grab near the sticks. It's White. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough and they'll mark it at the 23.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. The pull and throw with the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And now a chance to pull even. 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Touchdown, Seminoles! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Finds his big tight end. He is stopped short, and the gamble on the two to try to go on top comes up short. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to pass, it's Altmaier. Working that left side. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job.
They go to the ground. Pass to Sticks, and still on his feet. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they've just had one remaining in the half. So now on second and long, you start to feel just don't fall out of field goal range. Now they'll run the draw. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on fourth down at the dome. He's looking downfield to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Arky. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up three before going to the break. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Smashes it between the uprights. Now up by 4 here in the third quarter. Illinois has it teed up, ready to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find... That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down number 37.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David. They're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field is Castellanos. And the defense got him at the 27.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that side.
What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He's got an open man. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
Well, nice job hauling that pass in. I'll tell you, he keeps defenses on their heels. He really does. His speed is so scary. And I think back to my days in college. We used to play against the Seminoles when they had Peter Warrick and Lavernius Coles. And because of their game-breaking ability, it put so much pressure on our defense. I'll tell you, this guy's good enough to, I think, have played on that Seminole offense. And he would have gotten some looks. This guy can make some plays.
Going for it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Under fire. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Back to throw, it's Castellanos. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. That brings them to within 1. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
How nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but with snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Back to the passing game. Caught in the backfield. It's Clement. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said to never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Firing to the right, complete. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup has really been bad.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. You just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make the play, and they just couldn't get it done.
That's the end of the period. It's Illinois with the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. So the final period starts with a second down play. Looking to fire. Caught near the sticks. It's Arkin. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And if this offense can keep that... If they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Illinois looking to pay things off on first and goal. Quarterback sneak trying to get a push. The sneak scores it.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Ready to try the point after. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Fires it incomplete.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the mark. Ripping off a really good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with the first down.
Man, that play takes some protection. If you're going to stick it in the belly and that wide receiver is going to run down the field that far, I need some good protection, and I need my lineman not to go downfield. Nice job by the quarterback making the right read, being patient, throwing that straight out.
With the catch, it's White. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Noles are in the hurry-up. Tight end now in motion.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. If you're throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. To throw, it's Castellanos. It's complete. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now, get ready for another one.
Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Williams. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again. He noses his way into the end zone.
Well, they get the touchdown here, and I think if you're the head coach, you got to go for 2. You got to have a 2-point play dialed up right now. What can you run you feel like you can execute to tie this thing with not a lot of time left on the clock?
He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we're tied here in the final period. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. Forced out of the pocket. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And this offense has been a struggle. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the door. They'll go to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Dixon. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. High game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They'll run the screen. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They're in a perfect situation here, David. Just make sure you drain the clock and you have the last play.
100%. You can't lose. That's how you want to do it. Lead the clock. Get in a position, Jesse, where you kick the field goal and the clock's at 0.
It just comes down to which plays that you can run in your sleep here. Easy things you can go out and execute to give your kicker the best shot at winning you this game.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the tailback. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
All right, no secrets with this offense. We're going to keep running the football. Let that clock tick. Keep two hands on the football. And then where does my kicker like to kick it the most? You see some people like it from the right hash or the left hash. Some people like it in the middle. Run the clock. Get my kicker in the position he wants to be in. Try to kick the field goal with the least amount of time as possible.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO. Not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. The give is to Williams. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And that's what you told your running back. Hey, we're running the football up the middle. Put two hands on the football. Make sure you don't lose it. Square it up. Let's try to let this clock tick down as much as possible. And you're in an opportunity where you can kick the walk-off game-winning field goal.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And the field goal unit is on the field. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. How much fun was that? And we just dream of having games like that. Every time you go into the booth, I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports.
What up? What up? What up?
LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The give to the back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Pulls it in, it's White. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great way.
He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds after 27 as this offense tries to get something going. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. To the ground with the back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
The give is to Williams. Nice move to keep running. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Get the horsepower going, and man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State, and you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and throw.
And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Goodness, that happened fast. He was in the backfield before the ball was even snapped.
Oh, man, adrenaline pumping, heart beating a little faster. There is some intensity on that. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Grab near the marker is Anderson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. So now it's 2nd and long. Finds his man, it's Anderson. There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Gonna run it. It's Burrow. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
get in the backfield, making the play.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. And nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the note. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets and the helmet. And you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. Nobody's open. Throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal.
And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And the Tigers will go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's going for the big play. Converts on fourth down. Still going. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Using his leg, it's Durham. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talk to the defensive coordinator coming into this game. He knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Third down play in the red zone, and this crowd is at fever pitch. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw. They couldn't do it.
And you're going to have to line up for a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive. Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get...
And take it in. end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? You see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Makes the quick grab. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Quickly complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled a 2-minute timeout. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Anderson. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Just got to finish the play for the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. That's caught. It's Green.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 4th down at the door. Wants to keep it in the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Anderson. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Zone, looking for a receiver. It goes incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Got a man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and it's hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something...
Touchdown LSU! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge. Makes the grab. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 30. wants to go up top on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, and you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. They'll move the tight end. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play call.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
We're watching this DB on film. I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
He tries to take the top off. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Now he's going to break the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Defense going to call a timeout here and give the kicker a little something to think about. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Between the uprights, it's good. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the 2nd half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense has built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the 2nd half.
The screen, he can go. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And the defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Looking for a man, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed in the middle, it's Anderson. Turning it
receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely.
Ball's in the deep ball. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action, maybe it was a shot play in the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
A shot for the end zone. Touchdown, no! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty, you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
Throw to the end zone, picked off. So much for playing field position. It's just a one-score game here in the third, and they're lining up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. LSU right back to the line. Give to the running back. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll go to the ground. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds his tight end. Got enough space. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lucas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Steps away to find some room. On a little time, lets it go. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarter...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's picked off for the third time today. Got to run to run. Finally brought down. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Noles will kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Power football with the run.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Throwing right. Wide open downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill. And I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going. And as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Quarterback adapting. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
I don't know about the play call there, guys. Third down, they're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage, seeing if this guy can do something once he has it in his hands, but a better job of pursuit and tackling defensively, now setting up fourth.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. He lets it fly. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they were aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on fourth down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness. And now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
Leaves it with the running back. There he goes.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs and QBs make the decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. obviously was inaccurate this time.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Castellanos. Intercepted to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Who says defensive backs don't have hands? Nice job breaking on the football and making the catch. A lot of times you see guys swat it down and you see them trying to catch it. It looks like they have 2 left hands. Defensive backs don't catch real well. Nice job breaking on the football. Nice job securing the INT and actually catching it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Here's a heat. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Touchdown Seminoles. First score of the game goes up. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Into the end zone for the 2, and they push that lead out to 8. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Green. Bringing the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pulls it in. And they're able to get him down.
And I tell you what, when you run those little fellas in the slants, they got to win at the line of scrimmage. Right now, they got to make sure those DBs don't get their hands on them so they can create a little bit of space because they're not as big of a target. Nice job winning right on the line of scrimmage to make the catch.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Wants to throw it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's caught inside the 25. There have been many days for the Razorbacks where big plays from the quarterback came by running like Matt Jones, but that was a beautiful throw.
Man, I played against Matt Jones, played in the SEC Championship game my sophomore year. We beat him 30-3, by the way. Just side note, but just dynamic player. But you're right, always ground team, ground and pound. They got that ability to keep some balance. These teams can open up, and Arkansas can have great seasons.
Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
I'll tell you what, to get home to the quarterback and force pressure while just rushing 3 allows your back end to cover so much space. Now you got 8 guys in coverage. It makes you really dynamic in the back end of your defense.
The Razorbacks will try to move the chains on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a stretch. You've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking downfield, it's Green. Buys a little time with his feet. Looking to the end zone. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to scramble. Touchdown, Arkansas! Fit in the window for the score.
I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
They opt to go for 2 to try to tie it up right now. He'll set up to throw. He's got it for 2, and we're all tied up. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give is to Williams. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in the gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Castellanos. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. A strike downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on third down. Got it behind the line. It's Douglas. Breaks into the open. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Grab behind the line. It's White. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Seminoles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Using the quick game. Touchdown, Florida State. A great catch and run for 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They put together an 81-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little whoop out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Hill. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A little over 20 seconds to play in the half as they take it on 1st and 10. This defense will try to keep everything in front. They're working that left side. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking to pass. It's Green. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40.
And what a great job by the defense getting the turnover, but also giving their team an opportunity to kick a field goal here now with just seconds to go in the half.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Knowles come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
Fires one high and deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Got room on the return. They'll be stopped, but not before. Get football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, the quarterback on that one put a lot of air under the ball. The problem is it gave the defender time to get his head around and locate it. And because of that, he was able to come away with the interception.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. They'll run the screen. Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They feed him again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and managing. I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And he throws that thing just inside the left upright. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. They'll ride Davis here. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Pittman. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Knowles! That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And he'll adjust, take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw. It's Green. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Another incompletion on third down.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Here's the pressure. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its... Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Seminoles will kick it away to start. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. He leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry up. They'll try the run. There is just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
That's
shown you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Plows through the defense. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that everywhere. I mean, when you can run there on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound. They'll march in on third down at the dome. Caught in the backfield, it's Russell. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, I understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make it a play. The defense
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Dropping back, it's Green. They're setting up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
and you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get it.
Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Flicks it out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. They'll leave it with him. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Robinson. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Anytime a wide receiver makes a big play like that, images of Peter Warrick start flashing in Seminoles' heads.
And, man, just that time, that era with Bobby Bowden and those offenses, you just think about high-flying, every position, game breakers, and I think it's swag. It's just guys that I know I could throw to the outside that had swag, that could take it to the house and make big plays.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Castellanos. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. So first down here as they go back to work. Here's the handoff. There we go.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the two-point conversion.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Green. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Hogs send that offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense,
he lost one down the sideline. Pulls it in on the right. He's loose. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And the point after is good. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. And that one, I don't think, with required 10 yards, it did not. Penalty marker is out. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Close to the marker, it's Williams. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's in open space downfield. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Right back to the well. And there is nowhere to run. They were eager and ready for him this time around.
awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's got it, still on his feet. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Looking to convert, they'll go to Wildcat. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On the snap, it's Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. They'll line up to go for 2. I'll send the tight end in motion. Caught in the backfield. It's Pittman. He will not get there. Brought down at the 1, and the 2-point try is no good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Scanning the field, it's Green. Got a man, it's Russell. Good pickup, but a little bit short of the sticks.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open in the QB overthrew. Man, that sucks.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Got a man, it's Jones. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Complete in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Pressure coming. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. They're trying to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to throw, it's Green. Going for 6. Touchdown, Arkansas! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He's looking to pass. And he makes the grab for the deuce. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. He's got great speed. He's got it out. Can they catch him? He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Nice catch for the 2-point conversion.
That's tough to defend, right? Going 5 wide, spreading us out across the field. These windows become a little bit bigger when you do that. They were able to convert, and as a result, they walk away with 8 points on the drive.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air, it's Green. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Jones. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Rushes on him. Deep shot to the end zone. Falls in complete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coverage.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And they missed the opportunity to draw closer, still down by 5. And the Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Lucas. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
At halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And the Seminoles in the hurry up. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had it.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
That's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the Noles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Pulls and fires complete. Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good shot inside the 25, and they're settled for the first down.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have that.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Hill. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out at the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To throw. It's Green. Finds his man. It's Anthony. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he showed some of it there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Quarterback moving. Outside the pocket, lets it go. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Going over the top. And the shot way downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quick completion on the outside. Turning it on. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. The give to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line in a big red zone opportunity here. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They got the touchdown, but still a 2-point conversion short of tying it up late. Looking to throw, it's Green. Extending the play. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. I don't know about this decision. Tie game, 4th quarter. They're lining up for an onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Nifty little scamper on this one, and up for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
From the gun, the ground game. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grab in the backfield. It's Pittman.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Williams. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
Love the play call. Love the execution. Late in the game with less than 2 minutes to go, they now take a touchdown lead and put so much pressure on the opposition in a 2-minute situation.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead to 8. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there like on the next play.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Makes the grab. It's Anthony. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Man, I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Flushed out of the pocket. The throw. And the catch. It's Jones. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spot, like make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
To the air, it's Green. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll get rid of it. Finds a man in the middle. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect and they keep the drive going.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's done it for a touchdown in the final minute. We're a 2-point conversion away from a tie.
Such a big play to score that touchdown, but now you don't have a lot of time to celebrate. You've got to come up with your best 2-point play to send this thing into overtime and give yourself a chance. Who on offense can come up with a big one here with the game on the line?
He's looking to throw. He's got it. The 2 is good, and we have ourselves a tie game. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they've tied it up in the final minute with the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Here's the return from inside his 10. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. First play of the drive wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the grab. Ripping off a really good chunk of yardage and got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there, finish this thing.
He gets it into the end zone, and the two-point conversion extends this lead to 8. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Green. Got his man. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Wants to throw on first down. On target. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The offense has it first and 10 from the 42. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Anthony. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. Down to the 18-yard line. It's first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.